Hello everyone, my name is Arturo, and today I'm discussing Kantian ethics and how it applies to pandemic ethics. Kantian ethics was developed by Immanuel Kant, and it teaches us that morality is based on duty and reason, rather than in personal feelings or consequences. Kant believed that people should follow moral rules that could apply to everybody, and thus we should treat people with respect and dignity. Pandemic ethics involves moral questions about public health, such as vaccinations, wearing masks, quarantine measures, and our responsibility to protect others during a disease outbreak. Personally, I find Kantian ethics convincing because it focuses on personal responsibility and respect for others. Also, one of Kant's main ideas, the categorical imperative, asks whether an action would be acceptable if everyone did the same thing. This theory also emphasizes that every person has value and should never be treated simply as means to achieve a goal. Kantian ethics could help us understand our moral responsibilities during a pandemic. For example, if a person knows they're sick but still they're attending crowded public events, they're putting others at risk. According to Kant, this behavior would be morally wrong because this person is not acting according to a universal rule. If everyone ignored the risk of spreading diseases, society would become unsafe and public health efforts would fail. Kantian ethics would also support honesty during a pandemic. For example, people have a duty to provide truthful information about their health status and follow reasonable public health guidelines. Lying about symptoms or knowingly exposing others to illnesses fails to respect the dignity and well being of others. This theory also emphasizes that individuals should never be treated merely as a means to an end. This means that governments and health organizations should always protect people's dignity and rights when creating policies. Also, public health organizations should always protect society while still recognizing the value of each individual. From a Kantian perspective, getting vaccinated or following health guidelines can be viewed as fulfilling a moral duty to protect others. But this decision is not only based on personal benefit, but on the responsibility we owe to fellow members of society. In conclusion, Kantian ethics helps us understand pandemic ethics by focusing on responsibility, duty, and respect for human dignity. It teaches us that our actions should be guided by moral principles that everyone could follow. Also, this theory shows us that during a pandemic, we have a responsibility to protect others and act in ways that respect the value of every person in society.